answering those, talking about the new updates. We just got gaming news. On the comic book side, there's going to be a Blade game coming out. That shit's going to be lit. I'm real excited. So we're going to talk about a bunch of this stuff. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me go ahead and let me put up what I want to. Let's see. Boom. Give me 1 second. Still setting this up for y'all. Get a good display up. Boom. All right. How's everyone doing? Shout out Taki, shout out Spartan, shout out Mr. Alex. Everyone tuning in right now. Did y'all see the game updates from the Game Awards with the new Marvel games coming out? Ooh. Marvel said we're dropping fire. We might not give you fire movies, but we'll give you fire games. Hopefully it's not. I think Bethesda is working on it, right? That's a major W. If it's Bethesda, major W. Hope everyone's doing well, getting the live chat. If you want to hit the Discord, my tag is on screen. If you want to hit the Cash App, that's on screen. You just got notifications for my older videos. That shit happens to me too with YouTube. Like, for example, I have Lumo's stuff on notifications, and his shit will get sent to me a couple days after it drops. It's like, yo, I have notifications on. The hell is going on? All right, let's go through these questions. Let's get it popping. Okay, I'm going to start at the top where I asked in my server, and then I'll transition to the YouTube questions. Thoughts on Bardock versus Omni-Man? I'm not as familiar with Bardock. I think Bardock got killed by Frieza, right? Like that's Goku's daddy that got fucked up. Unless it's like Timebreaker Bardock, probably loses to Omni-Man. That's probably what it is. I mean, I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, fuck it, we ball. So I would definitely say, unless it's like Timebreaker or a later version. Danko said Goku can beat Doomsday. Shout out Danko, man, living his life. Can I okay, so here's another one. Here's another question. Can you explain the basic scaling vernacular, like outer, high outer, or relevant speed? Alright, so outer is when you're beyond time, space, and all dimensions. So if you're beyond all possible dimensions, time, space, and everything within dimensionality, you would be outer versal. High outer would be just deeper into that tier or above that tier. Let's say I'm outer. If I transcend that, I'd be mid to high outer. So that's how that works in the hierarchy. A relevant speed is different from a measurable speed. A measurable is, does your time break the laws, or does your speed break the laws of time? In this instance, for example, if you can move with speed through time itself, that's a measurable. A relevant would be if you can move in an outerversal realm, basically beyond all dimensions. That would be a relevant speed. So that's probably the basics of like the basic vernacular that was listed. Thoughts on the Timberwolves this season? Fuck the Timberwolves. Oh, how about that? How about that? Uber Jason Voorhees versus MCU Captain America? Probably Captain America. MCU Cap literally, in his debut with the Avengers, pulled up on Loki and was fine. Like, that shit's ridiculous. I'm sorry. What are the most brutal comic and manga deaths? On the manga side, I haven't gotten too deep into Gantz, but Gantz has some wild shit. Like anyone can get got in that verse. It's kind of funny. Um, I would say almost all the deaths in Kingdom. Dooku hit me hard. Wanky hit me hard. Those deaths are just like, damn, anyone can get got. Um, on the comic side, I would say Blob killing Wasp in Ultimates was fucked up. We were talking about in that in the server recently. And Punisher Max when Punisher kills Kingpin in the end. That was one of my favorite brutal deaths ever. He put Kingpin's head through a car window, put a gun to the back of his head, and for context, Kingpin had just said not too many issues before, like, "Oh, you think you're the man, but this is my city." And when he had the gun to Kingpin's head, he literally says, "Your city, my world," and blows his head off. Goat shit. Uh, let's see. Xeno Goku versus Hyperion. Shout out to Andrade for the donation. Xeno can beat most versions of Hyperion. Hyperion, when he's like near peak strength or Heroes Reborn, would win. But I don't have that much respect for Hyperion. I don't think he's too crazy. Someone said they're ready for Wolverine, and Blade seems interesting. Facts. Those games are going to go crazy. What was the other one they had? Was it an Iron Man game? Let me get an Iron Man game where I can do the shit he was doing in Invincible Iron Man, where he was like, was it Invincible? What was the one where he charged people to make them pretty? That shit was so funny. All right, let me see at the other questions. We're going to the YouTube side now for my community post. Yes, a Black Panther game is supposed to be in development. I heard that too. That would be sick. All right, let's check these questions. Let's see. Oh, 50 stream questions? Holy shit. Okay. Give me a second. Are you using a computer to go live? Yeah, I'm live on a computer. How would a war between Valkorion and the Eternal Empire versus Sidious go? And the Galactic Empire? I would say Sidious stomps. I actually don't think Sidious has a problem at all with Valkorion. Most of the Sith back then were not good at working together and were dumb as rocks. Sidious would just nuke fools. Like they'd be planning on doing incantations and prep rituals and just get nuke fucked by the Death Star. Yeah, y'all know how Sidious gets down, man. Like that's how that shit's coming. Like he's just gonna fold him. I think Sidious takes that pretty easily. Next question. What would be a good and even matchup for Invincible? It's a tough question. With Invincible at like star level with MFTL, uh, I don't know. He could probably go back and forth with Captain Planet. It's a decent battle. Halion's probably a decent battle. Um, Anakin or Starkiller maybe. It would have to be someone that makes it within the AP range. All right, let's see the next question. What's your favorite video game series? Probably Fable. The Fables were absolutely fire. Fable 2 is probably my favorite game of all time. So I'd probably say the Fable games. If Saints Row didn't get into that weird, goofy alien shit, extraterrestrial shit, all that, Saints Row and Saints 2 would have been my favorites. But they got weird with Saints Row 4. What comic runs would you recommend to newcomers? I would recommend Wildstorm Comics, the original Authority. I think it's a super engaging story. amazing characters, and just keeps you constantly engaged. I would say, oh, that's a good question. Batman, Dark Knight, the Miller run. I'd probably put that up there. I just read a really good comic, Nemesis, that was fun as hell. I would probably recommend that. Hellboy, the original Hellboy. Um, Spawn. Those would probably be my first recommendations. Honestly, Thor God Butcher run, that's so cool. It's such a cool run. How strong is Kirby? I don't know. I've never fully researched Kirby. I don't want to give you all a shitty answer. Best I can tell you is I've seen everything from solar system to galaxy to outer. Those fans don't really seem to have a set scale on them. And I haven't done deep research on them myself. How strong is Captain America to you? You're the first person I've heard that says Captain America beats Spider-Man. I don't know if I've ever taken a stance on Cap versus Spider-Man. I think I've said in the comics before, Cap's put hands on him comfortably, which is true. Cap, I don't really have a set power level on. Cap just kind of shows up and balls out no matter who he's matched up with. That's why he's the GOAT. He's currently in his current run, he's about to fight a creature from the Bible that's extra dimensional in nature, a devil type being beyond human comprehension and power. So, fuck it. Cap's a monster. I don't know. I don't know what his set power is, but I could Cap's more so one of those characters where I'd be more comfortable telling you who he beats. You give me a matchup, I tell you he wins, or if he loses, but I don't really have a set AP for him yet. Kazuma Kiryu could solo anyone you throw at him. Discuss. I don't even know who that is, so we're probably safe. That's hard to discuss. I don't know who that is. Who the hell is that, guys? Who is Kazuma Kiryu? Is that Kiryu from the damn Pingon, or... You should cover Shaman King in the future. What's Shaman King? Is that a manga? From Yakuza? That's the Yakuza guy? Oh, he did. That must be Felix that posted that. I played Yakuza recently. Oh, The Darkness has been a fun comic run I've been reading. I'm doing content on that. Will Death Battle mess up Unicron? Seeing how they scaled Megatron from the comics, yeah, I don't see them getting Unicron right. It would be really weird if they got that right, but not Megatron. Who is the best pound-for-pound opponent for Batman? I love Captain America vs. Batman. I think that's a dope matchup. Maybe Moon Knight. Moon Knight would be a fun one as well. Those are probably my favorite matchups for him. How far would God of Fist Thor go in the Dragon Ball verse power-wise? He would be fine. He boxed Mjolnir? Question mark? What's Dragon Ball gonna do? Someone said now Marvel has Bible extra-dimensional demons. My brother in Christ, they've had those since the 60s. I don't know what to tell you. Witchblade's coming back in a few months. I do have to read Witchblade only because Witchblade scaling is, I'm not going to say direly important to Darkness, but it's directly referenced, and the power levels are directly referenced, so I kind of want to know how strong Witchblade is, because the Darkness is stronger than the Witchblade. Daredevil vs. Batman seems interesting to me. I don't know about that. Alright, next question. Do you like fighting games? Not really. I mean, I like UFC games. I haven't bought the new one. I used to play the shit out of Fight Night, but in terms of MK and all that, I'm not big into those. I'm not very good at them. They don't hold my interest long. The mechanics, I don't like it. Not too much. Some of the fighting games, like sports-wise, yeah. Least favorite death battle or a death battle you think is the most inaccurate? Toph versus Gara is always going to be historically crazy. That was just a wild sequence. Oh, Rogue versus Wonder Woman? That was one, right? Didn't they say Rogue beats Wonder Woman? Oh my god. Oh my god. I would definitely say Tara Goff are up there, though. Are you familiar with Fate Natsuverse? Absolutely not. I am not at all. The peak Viltrumite Empire versus the old Galactic Empire. Who would win? The Viltrumites would probably take too long trying to spread through the galaxy of the Empire, so the old Republic Empire probably does rally to beat them with some of their heavy hitters. I mean, as things as simple as like a plague wiped out the Viltrumites, the Sith do shit like that every Tuesday. Current Superman versus current Hulk. I would probably favor current Hulk as current Superman's going through depowering moments. They're kind of dealing with how broken Superman is now, so they just keep depowering him at times. So probably current Hulk. MCU Thor versus DCU Superman. Thor would accidentally kill him with a fart. The MCU scaling is so much better than DCU. Did you get that thing oiled down? You know the vibes. Thor versus Wonder Woman comics. Probably Thor. Probably current Thor. Akuma versus Yujiro. Akuma would murder Yujiro. Oh my god. Dude, why are Yujiro fans so brave? Where is this braveness coming from? Holy shit. Saiyans versus Viltrumites. I already made that video. Baki versus Kid Goku. See, Baki fans have a torture fetish. They love sending their people to die. Ichigo versus all of Invincible. Ichigo literally accidentally one-shots. The Ichigo downplay is crazy. Ichigo's a big dog. Hypothetical full power Anakin versus Legends Luke. I've actually made a video on that. I'd encourage y'all to go watch it. I used to favor Luke. I still think Luke would be more talented and more advanced in the Force. But hypothetical Anakin probably does take that spot. But I hate also when people say Anakin and Luke didn't have the same potential when it's been stated multiple times they do. And Vader himself said Luke probably had more potential than even Anakin. My Hero Academia... Bro. This is accidentally passively turning into the worst questions of all time. My Hero Academia team versus X-Men. What? What? Can y'all process that for me? The My Hero team versus the X-Men team from the comics. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. I only need one X-Men. Just pick one. I'll be safe. I'll be comfortable. Kenshiro would stomp Goku based. Based, if we're going off the lore of his transcendent touch. Based. Francis Ngannou versus history. Francis beats most people, majority of history. I still got Jones over him. White Lantern Kyle versus God of Light Hao. I do think White Lantern had better scaling. Pretty sure. I'll have to double check that. Bro said My Hero versus the X-Men. Woo! I've been keeping up with the recent Kingen chapters just because of my homeboy GB. Connector's going crazy. Hey, shout out to my boy Johnny. Massive donation he just sent. Let me link you all my Cash App. Alright, now I'm going to read the live questions. My bad, fellas. That was quite the gift. Johnny Brown, the GOAT. Go, bro, the GOAT. I'm gonna have to send him all my servers. He's about to become a scaling god just for my servers. Why would Viltrumites be stronger versions of Asgardians? Asgardians would beat the shit out of Viltrumites. Come on, big dog. We're losing recipes with our scaling out here, fellas. Let me go ahead and post my Cash App link. I know y'all have the tag. Let me post a link too. Yeah, but BT, that connector shit versus fuck, who's he fighting? Oh, why is his name escaping me? Kuroki. That shit's gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be up here for so we can let shout out Native, my dog Native. Andy versus Deadpool is gonna be a battle I'm doing, guys. I think it's a really fun battle. Andy's from Undead Unluck. If I were to scale Viltrumites, I would say they scale to like early Saiyans. I think that's a fun battle before the Saiyans got crazy. Can't wait to see my Mario scaling. Yeah, eventually I will get to Mario. Sonic too. Toriko beat the shit out of the Viltrumites. Toriko, a big dog. What Earth does better against a full-blown Flood Invasion, Marvel Earth, or DC? Both would be fine, especially with Magic users. I don't think either. I think both would like low diff it, so. Goku or Ashura? Probably Goku unless you take Narakas and just like wank that. Because Ashura broke a Naraka, which is supposed to be beyond time and space and eternal in nature. Technically, it's a better destruction / AP feat than Goku's pulled off, technically. If you scale it to how Narakas are supposed to be. Frieza's Empire versus Valkorian's Empire. I don't think Frieza had as much firepower, but Frieza himself is pretty much cooking anyone he runs into. Yeah, yo, guys, give me a second. Let me go check something. Give me 1 sec. All right, I just did comic run recommendations, Francis. If you go back earlier in the stream, I gave several for new people. I'm gonna let the chat decide my video today. Let me give you guys the options, okay? Get ready. Get your trigger fingers ready. I can do what if Captain America fought a Saiyan? I can do Sukuna versus the Lich. I can do actually I'm saving that one for a couple days because I'm still deep into Adventure Time. So scratch that. But I can do How Strong is Dungeons and Dragons today. And I can do like a street tier free for all that was also sponsored. Or I could do the Superman knockoffs ranked from weakest to strongest. What do y'all want to see? Who would win between Keenan Kong, Soups, Valzad, Ellis, Icon, and Blue Marvel? It would be between Calvin Ellis and Blue Marvel. Y'all want to see the Superman knockoffs? We got to vote for Captain America versus Saiyan. The street tier free for all was like specific. Let me see. Let me see what Buddy. I should have the DMs. Let me see what the list was again. No weapons or prep either. It's just straight hands. Let me figure it out. Hold on. Where is the list? Give me 1 second. I'm looking for this. Where's this shit? Can't find the list. I'll find it later. Hold on. Let me look through. I'll find the list. It was a ton of street tiers though. It's like an 8-person brawl. So the Superman one's winning. Alright, we'll do the Superman video today. Shout out to Keelan for sending the donation. Street tier free for all sounds legit, but I got 3 on D&D. Word. Someone just said let's run that D&D this weekend. I can run one tonight. Sunday I could run one. Saturday I'll be busy. And tonight I work night shift, starting at 11, but I could run one before that. I haven't read the new Century run. What did like issue 1 drop? Let me guess, he's going through mental problems again. Oops. Not me roasting Century on accident. Is that my boy GB in the chat saying he'd run a D&D? You would kill all the players. Ooh. How does Lady Shiva and Electra battle swap sound to you? Not bad, but it's not like Shiva's very active in the comics. Do you think Nyx is top 15 Marvel? Where do you rank her? She hasn't been brought up in a while. But Lady Nyx is in the land. I think they did just recently show her in the land between things and no things, real and not real. So she probably is one of the higher tiers. Probably top 20. My favorite game of 2023, Hogwarts. Hogwarts Legacy was fire. Still got to beat that game. Host my D&D game on the channel. Shout out to Alex for the donation. I can see if players are comfortable with that. One D&D, we're playing a Hellboy D&D. We have another D&D called Warlands that I made up myself. Then we have another one I made up myself that's they basically get to hunt characters from Marvel and DC and try to mess up the comic realms. It's pretty funny. They just killed a Talon the other day. I heard Baldur's Gate 3 is absolute flames. I just haven't played it yet. My channel will get nuked from all the foul language. Real. We'd be cussing a lot in my D&Ds. Beta Rush should clap Bakugo. Just hits him with that invisible explosive stuff you wouldn't even see. Yeah, I saw the new Batman issue of Failsafe coming back. In the death battle, I think they're going to say Galactus claps. I don't trust them to scale Unicron properly. Yeah, Failsafe returning back possessed is so scary. What if Rick Sanchez was in Marvel? A lot of shit dies. I don't know if y'all read his comic with Cthulhu Mythos, but he soloed the Mythos. Well, that's the funny thing about them. If they're calling Galactus a threat to the infinite multiverse, it's infinite as well in Transformers, and Unicron is a passive threat to it. So, did I see the new Ben Grimm omnibus? Yeah, but I'm reading Ben Grimm right now from his first issue. I'm doing it chronologically. So, I don't think the MCU's doing a bad problem showing people's powers. Like they had Captain Marvel pretty casually power a sun in the recent movies. Like literally zero diff. When are we going to get a Transformer that's a Tesla? Let's ask the real questions. Can anyone in Baki, KO, Saw, Pyang? No. I don't think they're fast enough. I don't think they hit hard enough. Maybe Peak Yujiro has a chance. Maybe. I've done Galactus versus Unicron before. I can update it, but I've done it before. I think a lot of people don't realize how many videos I have up. Have you watched The Endless on Netflix? I've seen Sandman. I've seen like 3 episodes. Very good so far. I'm watching The Boys right now. I'm gonna start Peacemaker today because the 2021 Suicide Squad was fire. Fire. Isn't Baki like large town level? Hey, let the streets tell you he's earthquake level. Shout out to Anthony Jones for the Cash App. How strong do you think Loki after season 2 is? Given they have him basically creating Yggdrasil and maintaining all of Yggdrasil, he's at least 5D. At least. He's literally holding infinite timelines and can go anywhere in the stories. I mean, I don't care about Sandman spoilers because it's like it's based on the comic. Like it's not gonna surprise me. It's been pretty faithful. Yggdrasil is a conceptual tree where every strand is time and space. Right? It like contains the multiverse, connects everywhere in creation. And God of Stories Loki in the MCU now holds that. The Beyonder sucks. The Beyonder literally just lost to the Fallen One. No way, JJK Gojo, that you have the Fallen One above the one above all. Is this true? JJK Gojo in the chat. Do you think the Fallen One or the Lost One is above the one above all? Would you do an intelligence ranking video? Maybe? We could do like smartest characters in comics. Yeah, like literally pre-retcon Beyonder's not even the first Beyonder. A YouTuber said Batman scales to the World Forger. It's lit. It's a parade in this city. How do you feel about live action Yu Yu Hakusho? I gotta see it to believe it. Um, their One Piece live action was amazing, and I'm hoping they give the same love and work to Yu Yu, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not ready to faithfully say it'll be amazing. I gotta see it. Gojo, it's a trick question because literally the Lost One's above the Beyonder. How do you feel about people saying 60s Superman? Will you go over debunk for it at some point? Well, I posted a 26-minute in detail Superman video that showed how crazy he is, so I feel like that video debunks it pretty comfortably. Yeah, GB, he said no one's above Beyonder. Obviously, someone is. That's kind of crazy. That's nasty business. GB said, fuck the one above all. Let him get some feats. Let me ask the chat this. What do y'all think of the one above all? What's the chat think of the one above all? You either think he's legit, you either think he's a bum. I'll tell you what doesn't help the one above all. His sidekick, his second in command, is the living tribunal. That sucks. That's your shooter. Living tribunal's his shooter. If that's my shooter, we're not going on any drills. We're not killing anybody. We're going to stay inside. He never does anything big. That's true. Last thing he did was beat up Brother Deep, but unfortunately, Brother Deep has literally never won a fight. Shout out to Griffo for the cash out. How do you think all the endless scale to Lucifer? They can't beat him. They can't beat him. Even Morpheus admitted that. But if they all came together and had a super great prepped plan, and if Lucifer was on some just dumb shit, they'd catch him. They could catch him because the Basanos did. But at the same time, it would have to be before the Basanos because Lucifer's already used to that shit. Toa does not know everything in the Marvel Universe. He actually said he doesn't know what's in the mystery, and he did not know about the Mother of Horrors. He only learned about her when she revealed herself. She literally stole his planet. Do I need to make a video on why the one above all is a fraud? I can make a video on if the one above all is a fraud. Might be a good question. Wait, didn't I make that video? Didn't I already call him a fraud? What is your favorite comic and manga that you've read? My favorite comic of all time is the Fantastic Four Christmas special in which the Yancey Street Gang goes to war with Doctor Doom. That's without a question my favorite comic ever. Or Power Man issue 7 when Luke Cage goes to Latveria for his $200. Goat shit. Manga that I've ever read, it's Kingdom and Kengan. Shout out to GB for the graphics. He's just self-plugging while pretending he's not. So who do I have as one? In Marvel? They haven't showed it yet. Current Marvel has not revealed who it is yet. Yeah, Kengan Ashura and King Omega go crazy. Kingdom's amazing too. And there's a horror comic I read that was amazing, but it's called Spiral. Most overpowered humans in fiction video? I might do that. I was thinking of doing a video on Marvel humans, their potential, what they've accomplished, all that. Like, people don't understand, bro. When they first, like, when the Deviants were trying to make a play on the Celestials, the Deviants said, we can't beat the Celestials. But we know someone crazy enough to beat them. And they said it was the humans. They were like, the humans would literally fight God if he came down talking crazy. So they convinced the humans that the devil was invading Earth, and the humans were like, damn that. And they start preparing to kill the Celestials. The Marvel humans are crazy. They don't need heroes. They don't need gods. They're goated. Marvel humans are probably some of my favorite characters. Just the random humans, because they don't care. Punisher vs. Red Hood will be one of my battles soon. I'm going to do that battle on my channel, so I don't want to give my thoughts yet. Nimrod vs. Atrocitus? Probably Nimrod. Optimus versus the Darkest Knight? Are you talking about the Cosmic Darkest Knight? Oh my god. Omo probably beats up Baki, especially since you're not giving it peak Baki. Here's the problem with Batman, and it's something like, and I'm not being funny, it's something they've admitted. People talk about his prep, his plot armor. That's legitimately a part of his cosmic importance. Batman represents the idea of never giving up and winning no matter what in the cosmic scale. That's what he means archetypally, versus Superman's hope no matter what. So Batman, there's a reason he's so dangerous. Darkseid versus Lord Beerus would be interesting too. Oh yeah, nah, JJK Gojo's just in here a while, and never mind. He's just saying whatever. If Darkseid farts, Beerus dies. I'm sorry. There's nothing interesting about that battle. I would probably take Omo over Baki. I think Kengan's got a lot better scaling than people give it credit for. Who has better willpower, Batman or Cap? They're probably equal. But it's very hard to go against Cap for willpower. I already made a video on... I'm about to stop answering your questions. I literally made a video on Goku versus Superman. Jesus. Like, can y'all just watch my content, please? It would answer a lot of y'all's questions. Good lord. But guys, I'm about to go work on my Superman video. Since that won the poll, I'm going to do the Superman knockoffs. Now, let me ask you this before we leave. What style do you want it in? The regular tier list format or like in a list? Tier list or a regular list? Yeah, I will have Kengan content dropping soon for sure. I really want to catch up on... Like, I know I understand what's going on currently because GB keeps me updated. But I do want to... Put tier list or regular list. Those are the options. Tier list, regular list. Comment down below. But I want to get a full grasp on what's going on. Yes, I'm ranking Superman knockoffs from weakest to strongest. Tier list or regular list? Put tier list or regular list. Don't just put list. We got one for tier list, one for regular list. Tier list, tier list. Tier list. Looks like tier list for the dub. I might install ad blocker before I do it too. Damn those ads. But alright guys, let me go ahead and go work on that tier list. Appreciate y'all stopping by. I'll see y'all later. Peace.